Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the Samsung Galaxy Buds 4 Pros. And this is good timing because I'm kind of in the market. My Sony XM4s have been kind of failing me on the plane. But one little spoiler for the audio testing that we did on these puppies is that I took a little sneak peek at the graphs and I had to raise an eyebrow or two because they measured a little differently than last year. But we'll get to that later. Right now, let's look at what's in the box, or maybe we should say what's not in the box. Like, look at this. You get the buds, you get some paper, you get some ear tips. That's it. They're boiling the frog all the time with not only is there not a charging brick, there's not even a USB-C cable anymore. And there used to be. Now these do have wireless charging, so I guess technically you do have everything you need to at least make them function. But if they didn't have that, this would be an absolute travesty. And even still, it's pretty egregious because I don't charge with wireless charging. And I don't have a wireless charging dock. This is getting crazy. It's not cheaper than last year either. They didn't shave $3 off. Looks like it comes with 3 sizes of ear tips. You got your small, you got your large, and I'm assuming that there's mediums on the buds themselves here. Woo! The case is a little different than last time. Now it's opening hamburger style instead of like AirPod style. Last time it was all AirPods, kind of industrial design ripoff. This time they flattened it out so it's no longer this like pyramid shaped blade. Should make it more usable because that was kind of hard to grab, that triangular thing. I'm really liking the look of this, but let's just slow down for a second here. Back to the tips. They're silicone, they're not foam. They, again, seem kind of proprietary. Like they have this rigid form here that is gonna click onto the driver. Then there's a little kind of perforated speaker grill looking thing there. That's about it. They're white. I assume they match the colorway that we got, which is white, whereas black is available. And there's even an online exclusive pink gold color. Checking out this case, it does look pretty nice and sharp right now, but I do anticipate this getting scuffed up and scratched up pretty quick. If you care about that, don't put these in your pocket with your keys. Oh wow, I like the sound of that. And it has a really satisfying like snap open. You can actually see it, it catches at a certain point and opens itself. Boom. Attention! That's cool. So USB charging port on the back, as well as a physical pairing button, which I always love to see because I hate when there's ambiguity about like, oh, do you put them in the case and then it automatically is in pairing mode? Just give me some positive feedback. Now let's look at the buds. I think the look of the buds is really nice and premium. It's got some really nice lines. They advertise this like craftsman grade milled aluminum or metal body, but it is just the blade, I believe, that is metal. It can be hard to tell, but I don't think that this is metal. I think this is just plastic. It's really great plastic, but the fact that they say metal blade on the website makes me think it's just this band they're talking about. Now, you used to be able to like swipe down the stem and then squeeze and click the bottom of it. Without turning these on, I don't discern any clickiness here. It may be a thing you can squeeze, but what I'm saying is it doesn't deform or click at all that I can tell. Now these have 6 microphones, but they are all behind little grills, like this one. Sometimes earbuds have little holes where you can count the mics, but not here. So there's a grill there, there's a wider grill here, and then there's ones on the outside here, and there could be some more microphones in here, but I can't confirm that. Then you've got the pogo pins and legend kind of indicator that this is the right one, and this is, yeah, that's the left one, and that looks like that's just kind of printed on there. I don't feel any texture to it. And it's nice that they label left and right, because sometimes they only label one of them, and then when you're looking at the other and just says nothing, you never really know until you pull out the other one. Cool. And the IP rating is IP57. Now normally IP54 is what you get on just about every earbud, and that's enough for splashes or sweat. But 5.7, man, like you could work at a car wash and your buddy is spraying you all day. You can be a lifeguard and fall in the water, or just go and save somebody, and you're gonna be fine. You could drop these in the toilet when you're drunk. You will be all right. Let's get them in the old head holes here. Oh yeah, that was so easy. It's nice having the stem too. You kind of just put her in and twist, point the stem forward, and I feel like I have a good seal. The ANC kicked on right away. My voice totally sounds different to me. So they are sealed pretty nicely with the mediums for me. Cool, they seem pretty comfy. Oh, I would like to headbang, but you know, this old jujitsu neck is less and less immobile all the time. Oh my God, if you guys could hear the sounds this is making. Anyway, they're really in there. I'm just having fun now. Yeah. All right. Yeah, good fit. Lightweight too. How much do these weigh? See here, 11 grams. Single bud, probably 5.5, right? And case, 55. Well, I want to listen to these, see how they sound, and check out the measurement graphs you did right after this message from our sponsor.
Jawa. If you're looking to upgrade your computer, it's time to check out Jawa, the place to go when buying and selling PC parts and accessories, including headphones. It's a great way to save money, whether that's buying a used pre-built computer or making a little extra bank selling your old GPU. Jawa verifies their sellers so you can have more trust in the people you're buying from. Because, you know, it's like Gran used to say, the only thing worse than scalpers and scammers are the egregious RAM prices, am I right? So skip the hassle of researching, buying, and building a gaming PC for yourself, and just buy one from one of Jawa's verified sellers at the link below.
We're back, and we have here a Samsung phone, which is noteworthy because there are a couple Samsung-only features, and the magic pairing is probably gonna be one of them. So let's see how it looks. If I just open the case, I got a red dot on the front. What if I press this button? What if I hold this button? I probably could read this quick start guide. Oh, now we're flashing. Red, green, blue. All right. This is just the normal Bluetooth menu, but it's available here. Okay, I was expecting like, you know, the card to come up from the bottom and look all sexy. And I'm pretty sure I saw a picture of that on their website, but it didn't happen here. Whatever. You're looking at the experience you non-Samsung people will get. I'm a non-Samsung person. Bring Me to Life by Evanescence. That's gonna be our first test track. Why not? 2.6 billion plays, can't be wrong. Such an iconic like piano intro. This is awesome. Where are you now, Amy? What is Amy doing now? Oh, whoa. I didn't even know there was like a woo kind of thing at the beginning of this. If I never noticed that before, it might be overcooked on these. Oh my God, yeah, there's this low rumble coming through. I should have a rule where I only listen to like 2000s new metal on ShortCircuit from now on. This is so fun. Wake me up. I can't wake up. Save me. How loud do these go? That's too loud. Oh. See, the rule with headphones is the good ones, the louder you turn them up, the better they sound. If you're cringing or flinching, they're distorted. That hi-hat, that feels a little sharp. Okay, that's enough. I want something smooth and warm now. I'm going Dreams, Fleetwood Mac. You know, go longboarding with hair down to your ass. Oh, dude, this bass is just so fat. And you might like that, but it's sounding weird to me because I've listened to this song a million times on a million setups and I've never noticed this big fat bass guitar. And again, the hi-hat is just like right in my ear. Like, yeah, okay, yeah. And Stevie Nicks is sounding, you know, she always kind of sounds like a goat, but she's like even more nasally than normal here. So let's go to the graph and see if there's any explanations for what I'm experiencing. Okay, so here we have the measurements. You can see this gray clouded kind of area is the range that most people like to be in. That's our target kind of range. And the bass in particular, look how cooked that is. It's way out there, and I can hear that. Then you go into the mids and there's this dip followed by a peak. Now those are generally in bounds. Then you get another dip, followed these big peaks, and that's what I'm hearing in the treble there when it's when the cymbals and the brass are just too kind of crispy. The interesting thing here that DMS called out is that when you have these kind of peaks and valleys, they kind of emphasize each other. So let's say you have this dip that's only 5 dB or something like that. That will sound more accentuated if it is preceded by a peak, because you're really hearing the difference, the contrasting difference between those peaks and valleys impacts how you perceive it. So that's kind of on full display here. And it's funny because the main thing they show front and center on the website is like true hi-fi listening experience, new, bigger diaphragm, super woofer. So I guess they delivered on that part. So the drivers on these compared to last year are almost 20% bigger. That's cool, 19.8%. If the non-pros, if you get the non-pros, they only have one driver, but these have two. Dual driver, dual amp, baby. One other thing that is nice to see that we confirmed on this set compared to last year is like a Fletcher-Munson curve volume dependent EQ, which basically equates to the sound of some frequencies, particularly bass, changing depending on how loud you play it, because we can't hear bass we're not as sensitive to bass as other frequencies. So if you turn them way down, you actually want the bass to go up so that you can still hear it. And then when you crank them way up, you want the bass to go down. And these do that. They didn't before, they didn't last year. So that's an improvement. Needless to say, I don't love the sound of these out of the box, but I should be able to EQ it to something I do like. So let's open up the app and see what options they give for that. And there's everything in here. Got your battery level reading up here. A couple different modes for the active noise canceling. Off, ambient sound, adaptive, and just on. I like on. But let's try out the ambient sound, because I've learned that some people really care about this feature. I'm not the kind of person who does, but I've saw people in the comments saying I use ambient all the time because I have my kids, I wanna listen to music and be able to hear my kids, make sure they're safe. And you know what, as a dad, valid. Maybe I should use this more often. As I speak right now, my voice sounds natural to me. It actually sounds more natural than when I had the ANC on. Can you speak to me?
Hey, how's it going?
You sound like normal.
Awesome.
All right, that's pretty good. So let's go back to having that on though, because I like to be alone. Then you get this active noise canceling level. So there's just how intense is it? That's cool, there's 5 levels there. Auto switch to ambient sound. I believe that means when you take it out. Turn on ambient sound. Oh, no, it's not when you take it out. It's when you start speaking, which is crazy. What if I start yelling at a podcast or singing along? I don't want ambient sound to turn on. And there's options. It can be based on when you start speaking or when it hears sirens, which is kind of cool. Whoa, this is interesting. It says that if you can't hear your own voice, that can be kind of less comfortable, and it can lead to you yelling while talking, which I'm probably doing right now. You know what would be a great first step though, is if people just used headphones at all while talking in public. I don't know where you live, but it seems like it's a spreading around the world where people are just, you know what, why don't I have a call on speakerphone while I'm on the bus? We should be allowed to volleyball slap phones out of people's hands if they do that shit. Grow up. Earbud controls is something I always look for. You can pinch to play and pause, and you get a really satisfying tick-tick kind of sound in there when you do that. I like that a lot. Pinch to play and pause, that's intuitive. Double for next, triple for previous. Swipe up and down for volume control. That's actually exactly how I would set it. But you can just turn all of that off if you don't want media controls, which is kind of interesting. Then you get your left and right. Oh, so this is just for pinch and hold. So you can choose between, you know, Bixby for some reason. They haven't canceled it yet. Switching between your ANC, digital assistant, which says Google, that's a good one. Okay, and then you can just turn on and off whether pinching answers or ends a call or declines a call if you pinch and hold. So it's just, there's some options. I've seen better, but at the same time, at least they happen to pick the default config that I would run anyway, so I'm okay with it. Wow, that's just not even in English. That's weird. Whoa, this whole menu is just not in the language that we have selected. That's bizarre. What if we go to English Australia? English India? What is that? How is that different from English UK? I'm ignorant on this topic, guys. Hit me up in the comments. What is English India? Where's English Canada? What the hell? This is bullshit. I want to get to the EQ. Why is it so buried? Oh, equalizer, there it is. All right, equalizer, we found it. Wow, 9-band equalizer, that's nice. And plus or minus 10 different gradations too. So this is a really nice kind of granular equalizer. It has some presets. I guess balance is what we started with. Smooth gives you even more bass. Clear might be the one. Bass boost. Just get ready to. Yeah, I probably would do something like, I don't know, bring those down, maybe bring those down, something like this. I wonder if you can upload one. That would be cool. I've seen that before. I don't see an option to do that now. Zoe. And we'll just check out advanced features real quick. They got the neck stretch reminders, you know. Oh, they got to calibrate it though. Look forward with your head level for 10 seconds until you hear a chime. Tilt your head down until you hear a chime. Oh, can you imagine I'm on my phone like this far? Couldn't do it. It's telling me to make sure I follow instructions carefully. Sorry, those were simple, but I'm not smart enough. Find my earbuds, that's always nice. I thought that the last year's model also lit up because it had an LED bar down the stem. And that would have been cool, like in a dark room or in the couch cushion. These ones are just making sound. Pretty basic these days. Now, one of the new features this year, on these anyway, is the ability to respond to notifications with a head gesture. You can nod or shake your head no to answer a phone or to like read a text, that kind of stuff. And the button for that would be right here. But on this S23 Ultra, which is running One UI 8 instead of 8.5, we don't have it yet because that update isn't coming until it says April or May. So unfortunately, we can't try that out. But I don't know, I have mixed minds about it. To me, like when I see that feature get announced, I think, who the heck is gonna use it? It looks so lame. However, you know, Brad's telling me that he uses it all the time on his AirPods, and it's really useful. Let's say your hands are wet, or they're not. Maybe they're just in your pockets and you're walking outside. It's just really intuitive and fits into your life, apparently, to just be able to deny things or accept things just by moving your head. So, your mileage may vary. Mic test, okay. Recording with Galaxy Buds 4 Pro. This is what they sound like. Now that last nodding and whatever gesture feature is a Samsung only feature, as well as a couple other features that I'll tell you about now, including one of the codecs. So the codecs that this comes with are SBC, which is just normal Bluetooth codec, and AAC, which is a pretty good one. But if you have a Samsung phone, you also get their Samsung Seamless codec, which gives you 24-bit audio, 96 kilohertz wirelessly. And this is over Bluetooth 6.1, the latest and greatest. And another exclusive feature is Samsung Super Clear Call, even in noise. And one problem I have with these is that they advertise them on the front of their page, but they only tell you that it's Samsung only in a little footnote. It's kind of scummy. For battery life, Samsung is saying 7 hours with ANC off, which I would never do, and 6 hours with ANC on. So that's the claim that matters to me. You get 25 to 30 hours total with the case charging your buds a bunch of times. So how do we like it? Well, it's gonna come down to the price. Same price as last year, even though there's no cable in the box, $250, which makes them more expensive than Bose Quiet Comfort Non-Ultras, which are $180, more expensive than AirPods 4s, which are $130 or $180, depending on whether you get ANC, and more expensive than the Samsung Buds Non-Pro 4s, which are $180. Makes them the same price as AirPods Pro 3s and cheaper than Sony XM6, which are $300, and the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultras, which are also $300. However, we should note Samsung does put their buds on sale quite often. So if you see them on sale, why not give them a try? They're really slick. If you can EQ the sound to something you like, I think that there's really no reason to not at least consider them. Earbuds, you know, you can't really go wrong with some of the big ones. They're all pretty dang good these days. So maybe it just comes down to the look. Maybe you want that pink. But if you're on the fence about getting something that goes in your ear at all, maybe check out these over-ear headphones from Nothing that we recently covered. The Nothing Headphone A. Is that what they're called?
Yep.
Yeah. Their names, you always gotta check with their names. They're all over the place. Okay, bye.